Welcome into another episode of Bill's Pod Squad. Maddy Glab here as your host with Kim Pegula, Bill's owner and president, and lovely co-host with me on the Bill's Pod Squad. We've got another great episode coming up for you guys. We're going to hear from Ed Oliver.
Big Ed.
Big Ed, as Terry calls
yeah.
him. We had a great conversation with him. Ed is just a guy who has a funny, interesting personality in the way of like, okay, he's defensive lineman, he's this big guy, he's mean, he's angry. No, but Ed's just chilling and is smiley, is goofy, is country, as he explains.
Yeah. No, it's so fun to be around him because he just exudes such, I don't know, just joy. And it's not one thing you can put your finger on. It's not what he says, it's not what he does, it's just this aura around him that kind of just instantly lifts your spirits up.
And I like it because he's having a good season too. I feel happy for him. I know he's been waiting for this, everybody has, and we're finally seeing that production out of him that everybody knew he could have. So really excited for this season that he's having. But of course, an exciting game coming up, Thanksgiving game part 2. Since I've started, we've now had 2 Thanksgiving games.
Yeah,
this is so awesome.
Yeah, it's fun to be able to be on that big stage. I think it really gets our guys pumped up. Certainly for all the Bills fans around the whole country that get to see them on national TV. It's always a fun game to watch. And I think, it's been, 2 out of 3 years since you started, but there's a lot of long drought before then.
Yeah.
And I do think, as Coach talks about, you have to earn things, right? And I think that's what we're seeing here. We're earning on a national stage the right to be on bigger games. And people are taking notice, and it's fun to get those rewards. And Thanksgiving, while logistically it's not quite, kind of upsets your normal Thanksgiving family routines,
yes.
But it is fun. It's really fun to celebrate the wonderful day with I don't know how many millions of fans, right? Like,
I mean, my family was like, hey, do you just want to ditch Thanksgiving this year? We can go down to New Orleans. I was like, guys, I have to work the game. I just can't go and be a fan for the weekend. That sounds amazing. You guys should do that, but I cannot. But the thought of playing on Thanksgiving, the thought of attending a Thanksgiving game as a Bills fan, I think is a bucket list item for so many people. And the last time the Bills played on Thanksgiving against the Cowboys, it was like Josh Allen and the offense's coming out game. So it was such a fun game to watch. But what is Thanksgiving going to look like for you? Because you'll be at the game and getting to experience New Orleans.
I'm trying to think back, and I don't know about you, but every Thanksgiving always included football. I mean, even just growing up, it's interesting how football and Thanksgiving, how they've been linked together, even unconsciously growing up for so many years. And so whenever I think of Thanksgiving, I do think of football, but more so not just the game, but the fact that you're with people that you care about, that you love, your family, usually your friends,
and it's football team.
Yeah, now a whole football team. Yes, certainly that as well. So, but normally in our normal kind of non-football Thanksgiving, we're really traditional. I mean, Terry does not want anything else besides turkey.
You don't like turkey, right?
No, I do. It's okay. I mean,
I think we had the conversation of ham over turkey the last Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah, I have not. He is turkey. Like, if you try to introduce another main dish in there,
not okay.
Yeah.
Terry's not having it.
No, he's just very traditional. The green bean casserole, like very, like I said, very traditional mashed potatoes, corn. Like it's the basics.
Do you have a favorite side dish?
My favorite side dish is sweet potato casserole. It's probably one of Terry's least side dishes. So yeah.
So but
my sweet tooth, right?
Yes.
My sweet tooth. So a lot of butter, a lot of brown sugar. I'm sweet potatoes. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I like cranberry sauce, and there's like a marshmallow sauce that my family does on the side. It's my grandma's recipe, so I made it already. It's so good, so not healthy for you. Again, something sweet, but I also just appreciate mashed potatoes and gravy. anything that gravy can go with is I'm a fan of, because I like the salty and the sweet. So.
Are you cooking? Do you cook?
I do cook. I don't know if I'm gonna cook though. We're playing on Thanksgiving. I don't know if I'm gonna put all the effort into that. I think I'm gonna put all the effort into watching the game. So maybe something simple, but.
I'm glad I don't have to cook.
You don't have to cook.
I don't have to cook. Yeah.
Are you excited to bop around New Orleans?
I am. Like I said, I've never been there before, and so this will be a new experience. One, to see the stadium as well, but just to see the surrounding areas. I'm gonna have my grandkids are gonna be there. My not all my kids, but most of my kids are gonna be there. So we're gonna just make the best of it.
That sounds
what
like
it's all
so
about.
fun. Oh, I love it. All right, well, we won't make you guys wait any longer. You can hear from Ed now. He is in his third season with Buffalo Bills, leads the team in quarterback hits right now. He's waiting for that first sack. He says he has 2.
Official.
They took him off. We'll just give him 2. Hopefully he gets 2 more this Thanksgiving game. So here's Ed. All right, Ed, thanks for taking the time after practice to come hang out with us. I know everybody's kind of doing their post-practice routine, so we appreciate you taking a couple minutes to answer some questions. I want to start off with the defensive line. You guys have been balling this season.
Right.
And I know you bring in some younger players like Greg Rousseau and Boogie Basham. You're a younger player yourself.
Right.
Stars back in the lineup this season, so that's all good and fun, and it's definitely been showing. So what are your impressions of the group that you're a part of this season and the hot start that you guys have had?
I mean, when you think about a group like ours that's just so deep and the depth is just crazy, and like you say, experience, like from 8 games to 10 years in the league, and you guys got guys like F.A. who hasn't necessarily been playing but has been silently working. He comes in and has 2 sacks. Man, I'm telling you, the dynamic of our group is just crazy, you know. So I don't know. We just make it happen. I don't even know how to explain it. We work so hard, and like I said, like the next man up, everybody's just so hungry. It's crazy.
Well, you know what, Ed? I loved when you got drafted. Mm-hmm. There was such an excitement and joy when your name got called that I think really transcended, came right through the cameras.
Right.
And I know our fans are so stoked to have you on the team. But that seems like kind of a long time ago, but then it doesn't at the same time, right? Like,
yeah, I mean,
a lot's happened since that draft day.
You ain't lying. I mean, what was that? Probably like 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Yeah. I can't even remember, but it seemed like it ain't happened that long ago. It seemed like I could remember them calling my name and me walking out that stage and walking out on the stage and just being so excited. And I can remember seeing the Bills section from on that stage, and they were just going crazy. That just made me more excited. Like, yeah, they happy to have me. I'm happy to be there. So, you know, but a lot has happened since then.
And is it all that you expected it to be if you're thinking back to that draft day?
All and more. I remember coming down Big Tree, the first home game, and like just thinking like, Lord have mercy, this is what Bill football is all about. Like this is the mafia, and like I remember it taking me like 30 minutes to come down Big Tree. I was like, yeah, I could play here for the rest of my life. Until it's finished, I could be right here. Just the atmosphere, even still like in the rain games, cold games, hot games, snow games. You could just feel the energy. Even when the fans wasn't even there, you could just still feel the energy within like the community and everything. Like it's been everything and more.
Well, I think Bills fans would like you to be here for your entire career because of the season you've been having this year. And I know the last time you talked to the media, people were like, yo, Ed, you've been having a great year. And your first thing was, man, I got to give me a sack.
Right.
But you have had a great season so far. And
well, in my defense, I had 2. They took both of them away from me.
So you should have 2 on the season. But, But what do you think about this uptick in your play this season? Is this your coming out year? Is there a reason you think you're producing at a higher level right now?
Just developing as an athlete, as a player, as a person, just taking it one game at a time, one play at a time, one practice at a time, one rep at a time. You know, just really locking in on what I got to do to be successful, and really just working on my craft and playing with energy. And especially when you got the fans back in the stadium, it makes it so much easier to have that extra oomph, that extra. I don't even know what that atmosphere.
You feed off that though.
You make a play in the stadium and it just go crazy. And even like playing in the Jet Stadium when it's a lot of Bills fans there, and knocked the crap out the quarterback, and it's still going crazy. So I don't know. That's just been the biggest joy to me, is just feeding off the crowd and feeding off my teammates and just, making those plays. Yeah.
And Ed, you're now you're a Western New Yorker, I guess, but you actually hail from the South
Right.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
Haven't the last time we played the Colts, kind of we played them in the playoffs. I know last year, but we didn't have fans. But even before that,
I think that was my first game, right?
Was with the
Yeah.
I think.
was the Indiana with the big snow game?
No, he wasn't a
Oh
part
no
of
no
the
no
Yeah,
no no.
well, yeah,
No,
so
you
but-
heard about
yeah.
that.
But my
I'm sure.
first game, I think my first preseason game
was the
was
Colts.
the Colts.
the
I know the
Colts.
first preseason
Preseason
home
game,
game
yeah.
was the Colts.
All
I remember
right.
that. Yeah.
Well, the last time they were here in the regular season, it was a whiteout, like complete whiteout.
Oh, Lord.
Something that a lot of our players that hail from similar states that you
Is that
you
the
do.
game when Shady went
Oh
crazy?
yeah,
yeah.
It complete. I looked out my suite and I was like, "Where is the field?" It was
Right.
completely
They were
white.
shoveling in
so
between
I will
plays.
tell you, that's one thing you haven't experienced yet about Buffalo football.
I tell
but
you what.
it's a lot of fun.
I might not experience a whiteout game, but up there on Chestnut Ridge where I stay, Lord have mercy. When it starts snowing, Lord, look here. It's like something I never seen before. This is the scariest thing ever to me. So I hope I don't know. When it snow too hard, it kind of scares me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, your blood kind of thins out a
Yeah.
little bit, doesn't
Right.
it?
I don't know.
No?
It's nerve wracking to me, to say the least.
Where you stay though, do you have enough land for your horses?
I actually do. I stay on 11 acres up there on Chestnut Ridge. Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what was that process like? Finding, I'm sure it's not impossible, at least around here, to find a property with that much land. But
Right.
I remember your rookie year, it was like, yes, I want to bring my horses out here, but I'm not sure when I'm going to have time to get them out here. It's going to be a
Right.
long drive, bringing them from Texas or wherever they were at
Mm-hmm.
to Buffalo. So what was that process like getting them here? And are they here currently?
They are not. They're off in different places training but when I was looking for a house, I knew I wanted something that if I wanted to put a barn in my backyard, I could. So, I mean, it was tons of houses. I looked at tons of houses, and all of them was like, they just had a little backyard, and I was like, man, I can't have a little backyard. For one, I make too much noise between my trucks and stuff like that. I just make too much noise, so I knew I needed a nice piece of land to put my house. And I found this house, and an older couple was living there, and they wanted to move to Florida, and I said, yeah, I'll take it. So
Do you have a
love my house.
snowplow?
Actually, I got a snow thrower or blower,
Blower,
with
okay.
a tractor with a whatever it throw the snow.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you like do you do that yourself, or do you
Nah,
have somebody?
my
help?
neighbor helps me, and it's the coolest thing ever to see that snow being. I don't even know how it got the little thing to spin.
The like
and
turner in
then
it?
Snow go. So I don't know. It's the coolest thing ever. It was all like a shock to me just seeing all the different equipment you need just to maintain. I never seen a snow blower in my life.
Yeah.
I got here, I was like, what's a snow blower? You mean lawnmower? Nah, it's snow blower. I was like, oh, I
No.
didn't know I needed that.
Yeah, well, Buffalo may be your in-season home, but you still spend a lot of time when you go back.
Yes, ma'am.
Go back, and you also give back a lot
Yes,
to
ma'am.
where you grew up, both in
Yep.
Louisiana and in Texas.
Mhm.
Tell us a little bit about what inspires you to do that.
Well, starting last year, I think I started with a toy drive last Christmas, and then I did an Easter egg hunt, and then this year is our first annual turkey drive. So it's just been something that I've been trying to do, give back to the community, especially where I'm from. It's a small community, and if I don't do it, who will? So I just feel like they deserve that out of me, and it's the first annual for everything, because I mean, I ain't been doing it a long time, so I continue to make it bigger and grow it every year. So hopefully we just continue growing and keep giving back.
Did somebody inspire you at growing up that gave to you maybe, then that
Well,
kind of has spurred that?
I think what really inspired me is growing up. I didn't like it wasn't a lot of professional athletes around. I mean, I never met a professional athlete till maybe I was in high school or maybe even college or something like that. So just in that by itself, like I meet a lot of kids in the community and things like that, and I feel like I didn't have that opportunity to meet a guy like myself. So I feel like I need to help nurture them and help them see like it's something bigger than your situation right now. I want them to know like, yeah, you can have these different type of things and you can get them in multiple ways, whether that be you playing ball or you go get your education. So I feel like I need to be that person to show them like, hey, you can do different things besides get stuck in your situation. So
right. We call that if people can see it, they believe it. You know,
right, right,
You know,
right,
it's
right,
just
right.
it's something that I get talked to a lot of people about, and when they see somebody that visually that they believe a lot more that it can happen to them,
Right.
and gives them that
Exactly.
that
So
yeah. So that's kind of where you're getting at with that.
right, and I didn't. I
So-
mean, I didn't see it, so I was just blindly just. But I had an older brother, and when I say I followed my older brother everywhere, and he just so happened to be on the right track. Cause I'm pretty sure if he'd have went wrong, I'd have followed him right wrong. But he was always on the right track, and I just stuck to him, and I followed him so closely, and that's just how I ended up just staying on the right path, just following him and just doing pretty much so everything that he done, and he does everything pretty much so the right way. I might not do it all the ways the right way, but he a real stand-up guy and a real honest guy, and I follow him everywhere. I mean, everywhere.
Well, you call Houston and Louisiana home. The Bills will play against the Saints on Thanksgiving, so
Right.
you know, near home. Are there going to be a lot of family in the stands for that game? What's that going to be like for you?
Man, I think it's something like probably like 25 tickets.
Wow.
25 plus tickets I already had to buy. So at this point, I'm like, Lord, I'm
So
probably
if
paying for
anybody
three.
has any tickets, you know, give them to Ed.
Right,
He's looking.
please. I think my mom had to call and get like more tickets, you know, so
So who's going to be there?
I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you. My mama is in charge of all that, so like, I'm eager to see like really how many people actually come, because I don't really know. She just say, hey, we need more tickets. I was like, all right, got more tickets. I know for sure a couple of my friends back home, a lot of my family. I know my Aunt Alicia and they crew coming, my Uncle Peter. I know my mama and our crew coming, and I don't know.
Is that going to be the
Ain't no telling.
most for a game yet for you, or have you had more family
Nah, I
members
think
at another game?
last Thanksgiving when we were in Dallas, my mama said we had something like 20-something tickets bought, but I didn't know that.
Wow.
I didn't know. She just did it without telling me. This time she told me how many tickets we had bought, and I was like, what? She like, why are you acting like that? We did that the last time. I was like, what? So I don't know. It don't matter though.
I've never been to New Orleans, and so I'm super excited to go for the first time. So, you know, kind of what should I not miss on our trip there to New Orleans?
I don't know if I should say it on here. Nah, you got to go to Bourbon though. Bourbon Street is a must, especially if we're not gonna be there that long. So you definitely got to walk down Bourbon and just kind of take in the culture and just embrace it. You definitely won't forget. I don't know anybody that said they went to New Orleans and didn't have a good time.
Okay,
I
all right.
don't think I ever heard that. I went to New Orleans, I had a horrible time. I don't think that has ever been said, ever.
All right, so guarantee from Ed Oliver that I'm going to have
Ed
an
Oliver. Go
awesome
down
time.
Bourbon Street.
Right.
Yes, in New Orleans.
Hop in and out, maybe
Yeah.
grab a
Right.
couple
You
drinks.
definitely got to go eat. You definitely got to go eat. It don't
That I
matter
can
where
do.
Right.
That I
yeah,
can do.
just go eat. Just go eat somewhere and just chill out and hang out. And I guarantee you have a good time. It's a different place for sure.
Speaking about playing on Thanksgiving, the last time you played on Thanksgiving, Ed, we'll just take you back to that moment.
I had a
that
two-piece,
game.
I remember.
Yeah,
You don't have
you
to take
did.
me back, I
2
know.
sacks, a forced fumble as well.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully we can replicate.
Do you think you can like bring that performance back? I mean, you're due, right? You already have 2 sacks. You need 2 more, right?
Right. I need a 4-piece. all my family gonna be there. I mean, when I say all my family and everybody don't necessarily watch the Cowboys, so it might not be like, but the Saints, everybody watched the whole state of Louisiana, even in Texas. See, Texas, they different. They got the
They have a lot of
Cowboys and they got the
stuff to cheer
Texans, so
for.
they don't really have a set team. But New Orleans, they just got the Saints, so everybody watching. So I plan to put on a show, y'all.
Are there going to be people in your family that are split, wondering who to cheer for?
Yeah, I heard somebody say they're gonna have Who Dat on the front and Bills on the back. I was like, what?
Oh.
But yeah, they can do whatever they want. As long as we come out the way we need to, it don't matter to me.
Yeah, well, I'm just excited that, you know, the Thanksgiving game in Dallas, but this year, you know, as we've had success on the field, especially with your help and your teammates' help, you know, we're getting more of this national attention. We're getting, you know, another Thanksgiving game. We got Monday night games. We're getting
Right.
a lot of that, a lot of pressure. How has, you know, kind of the development of the team And how have you dealt with the increased kind of expectation of where this team could go?
Well,
You've always been in the spotlight too, though.
Right, like you just take it, man, I tell this to people all the time, just take it as slow as possible, day by day, play by play, man. Just take it all in. Like sometimes I feel like I catch myself moving too fast and not just living in the moment. Sometimes you just gotta slow down and just live in the moment. Take it just play by play. Don't worry about, in the future or playoffs, whatever. Just take it play by play, day by day. And I mean, before you know it, it'll be February and you be like, damn, where all those months? Because you just stay so locked in on the task at hand and things like that. So
You're locked in, but I also feel like you know when to like have a good time. You've got that
Oh, yeah,
you've got
definitely.
that smile.
Definitely.
I think you have one of the best smiles on the team. But just your personality, I feel like you can lock in when you need to lock in.
Right.
But then when there's time to like be
when
funny and
it's
mess
time,
around,
when it's time to
like that's
play around,
you.
that's my time.
So how would you explain your personality to people?
I don't know how to explain myself, but I guarantee you everybody can explain. If you ask the whole team,
What would they
describe Ed Otto, I bet you it'd be consistent from everybody. I guarantee it's consistent. Probably jokester. He love horses, country. He just him. He not trying to fit in with nobody. He is who he is. He a funny jokester kind of guy, and he love horses. He love trucks.
Are you bringing anybody into the country lifestyle that you're living here in Buffalo?
I can't get them to come. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they don't want to come ride horses with me. I don't know.
So what do you have in your property? Horses, ATVs?
Horses, ATVs,
is it just like a whole land out there?
Yeah, horses, ATVs, trails. That's enough for me. That's enough for me.
Well, some of
That's
your
all I
teammates
need.
got some chicks named after them.
Deers.
Deer?
Oh,
We
yeah.
got deers out there. One of my teammates, he comes back there and he hunts a little bit. So
Okay.
I ain't gonna tell y'all who. Y'all might think differently of him. He's a quarterback though. He don't wear 17, but he's a quarterback.
A nice giveaway there.
Right.
The horses part. I feel like a lot of people know that you have horses, and it's been well documented, of course, since you've came here. But when did you start riding horses? How big of a role do horses play in your life today?
Maybe like around 7, 8, I started riding horses. And
I would be so scared if that was me at 7 or 8.
Right, but this how it happened. So I seen a horse ride down the street, and I was in the car with my dad. We just ride down the street, and a horse passed, boom. I look, I turn, I say, Daddy, I want a horse. He kind of looked at me. So then like a month later, we go look at a horse.
Ooh.
He said, that's your horse. I was like, Mike, for me, for real? And since then, I had a horse. I can't remember a time not having a horse. Multiple horses at that, like not just one, like 3, 4 horses at a time. I can't remember a time having less than 2 horses.
So Kim, you want to learn how to ride a horse from Ed?
No, I do not. Well, I should say Terry.
See what I'm saying? Every time I can't convince nobody.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you why though. I have a good reason. So my husband Terry, he calls you Big Ed, right? He always he says Big Ed. He's allergic to horses.
For real?
Yeah.
But
he
y'all have
starts
dogs.
coughing. We do, but he takes allergy shots for the dogs. Yes, he does.
Oh, I guess the
but
horses
he says
are kinda
horses.
worse. Yeah.
The horses. Yeah, believe me, our kids have asked for horses when they were growing up, and
Nothing.
it's been a big no. So, yeah, I mean that's I blame him. Blame my husband.
I can't believe he's allergic to horses.
I know.
What a shame.
I know.
When I was little, I got on a Clydesdale. Someone held me as I was getting on, and the Clydesdale ran right from underneath me, and thankfully the guy still was holding on to me, and so he caught me. But
A Clydesdale like a big horse.
and I'm already small as it is. I was like way tinier.
Yeah.
What kind
That
of
would've
horses
been a
do you
long
have?
fall.
I've ridden
Yeah.
before. I used to go to camp and we used to have horses, so I know how to ride. I just I just choose not to these days.
What's your favorite way to ride and favorite place to ride?
Probably, well, I guess you call it Western. I just call it riding horse. I don't necessarily know like the terminology.
Yeah.
But
You're not signing up for any horse competitions anytime soon?
oh no. I'm not jumping on no horses, all legs on the ground at all times. But probably an old gravel road somewhere, old dirt road somewhere. Get together a couple of my partners or a couple guys who got horses. We just go ride down the dirt road, have a good time. Talk a little jive, race a little bit. Have somebody videotaping it so we can have it well documented who horse won, who horse lost, you know, and just have a good time, just kick back, relax, listen to some good tunes. That sounds like a damn good day to me.
So I just want to get this clear. None of your teammates have ridden a horse with you so far. Do you think there's one guy that you could convince?
Probably Isaiah McKinney. I know I could convince him. He ready to do anything. I could convince him to ride a horse. He'd probably be scared, but I could put him on there for
right.
sure.
I want that to happen.
All right, I gotta get one
That
up
would
here
be
first.
awesome. Have you had any of them up here?
Not this year.
Okay.
Not this year because last year I got a bunch of babies and I got them off training and doing different things.
How many horses do you own?
12,
12.
11, 12. A
That's
lot.
crazy.
Yeah, I know. I think I bought like 4 last year. So I told myself, no more horses this year.
Well, you know, Coach Dable's daughter
Right, I seen
started
his
into
little
riding
pony.
horses.
His little
Yeah,
pony. It's
yeah.
a nice looking little pony. It was a nice, healthy looking horse, yeah.
All right. Well, I love this conversation about the horses, but we'll wrap up because we know you got places to go,
Right.
things to do. But since it's Thanksgiving week or nearing Thanksgiving, favorite side dishes, and what does a Thanksgiving look like at the Oliver household?
They probably do like a half a pig it's called a coon ass microwave. They probably do a half a pig in there. Maybe even cook a black pot. Y'all probably don't even know what I'm talking
I
about.
don't know what
Explain
you're
it,
talking about.
explain
Yes,
it. It's hard to explain a black pot and it's hard to explain cooking a half of a pig. I don't even know how to cook a pig yet. I'm not that far advanced, but I can cook a black pot. But we'll have greens, macaroni, I guess all the cakes and pies and all that, and whatever other sides you could think of, dressing and turkey, fried turkey.
But
You
what's
gotta
your
have a
favorite,
fried
though?
turkey.
fried turkey and half a pig.
Yeah, I mean, when they cook, they cook. I mean, it ain't no running out of food. When they cook, they cook. So, favorite side probably, I don't know. I don't think my favorite side is a side. Like the fried turkey.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, that take the cake there, fried
man.
turkey. I'm going fried turkey.
All right.
I don't even have a favorite side. I just want some of that fried turkey. That's it. Give me that.
Well, Ed, we hope you are eating lots of fried turkey legs after the game.
Matter of fact, I'm going to tell my people bring me some
There
fried
you go.
turkey.
There you go. You
In
got 25
celebration
plus of
a
them.
couple sacks.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to tell them bring me a whole fried turkey. That way I can
There you
share.
go.
I like it.
All right.
All right,
Good,
Ed.
good idea.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Ed.
No problem.
I appreciate you.
I cannot believe he has 12 horses and is also an NFL player. That seems like a lot to manage. I know he probably has a lot of help in managing the horses, but he was
And he loves
walking.
that country living lifestyle.
Loves the country lifestyle. He was walking away from the interview after we stopped taping, and he said, "I think I have a problem hoarding horses."
Well, if that's the least of his problems, then, you know, that's why he's such a happy guy.
Good problem to have. We love Ed. But since this is, you know, our Thanksgiving episode, let's get a little mushy and cheesy. Kim, what are you thankful for
what am I
this
thankful
year? I know
for?
there's a lot of things, but
Oh, there is. So I wouldn't want to kind of emphasize one over the other. You know, gee whiz, what am I thankful for? And it's not that I'm not taking a long time because I
Yeah.
don't have anything to be thankful for. I feel so abundantly thankful for so many things that it's hard for me to just focus on it. You know, I think that maybe just thankful that I am just, that I'm alive. And I don't mean that
Alive and
in a bad way, but just like, I'm just thankful that get to do what I do and I get to be with the people, you know, I want to be with, and, you know, get to be part of something, whether it's this community or I just thankful for being. I don't know
Hey,
if that makes sense or not.
I think that's like number one on if you are in a good situation with where you live, what you're doing, what you have. I think that's, you know, at the top of the list for a lot of people.
It's thankful is just my state of being right now. You know, it's not one thing I'm thankful for. It's just, that's
Things
my,
are good.
my state. Yeah.
I'm thankful for another year with this team. It's off to a good start. I hope that continues. I believe it can continue. So I'm thankful for the group of people that we get to be around every single day here in this building. So many talented players, so many talented people. And I'm also thankful that I get to get married this year. Or next year, technically, but
Yeah.
That's
No,
something that I'm thankful for
yeah,
too.
so I'll have to ask you next year what you're thankful for.
I know. We'll see. I don't know. It might change. I'm saying I'm not
After marriage, it
thankful for that
might change. Who
anymore.
knows? Who knows? But yeah, no. Certainly, we are all on the state, and I love Thanksgiving because as we get busy, as this season starts getting into kind of really the grind of things, it's a great time to just as a reminder to all of us to relax. Although I don't relax,
You
but
don't relax.
to relax and reflect and be thankful, if only for a moment.
Hey,
we
we
should be doing it
basically
every
get
day.
a mini bye week after
We
the
do.
Thanksgiving game,
We do.
Kim. So take some time to chill.
That's right. Will do.
I
Yeah,
love it.
Of course.
All right,
All
that's
right.
going to do it for this week's
And happy
episode.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Yeah, enjoy.
everybody. Enjoy it and enjoy the game. We will see you next week.